Proteam, a company known for their backpack vacuums, has also produced a series of canisters over the years, and I don't think they produce them anymore. But there was this Runningvac, and there was another one called the Quiet Pro, which I think was 2-speed. They basically are a shorter, fatter backpack on wheels. And we have one of these at work. Nobody ever uses it except for me, but I don't use it that often. There's just a few jobs where I think it's more convenient to have the machine sitting on the ground instead of on me. And yeah, so it does have a bigger bag, like a wider bag than the backpack, but it is shorter than like a 10-quart. And the inside of it, I don't know why they put foam on this end of it, but they did. Now, this machine doesn't seem to have been used a whole lot because it's very, very clean. The motor was in pretty good shape, although when starting it up, it does spark just when starting it, and then it's fine. But when checking on it, one of these, because it has like threaded inserts into the plastic here, this one did not want to come out. And unfortunately, the plastic surrounding it broke out. So there's now a nut and bolt with some rubber washers in between. And the motor, other than that, you know, quick spark issue upon startup, seemed to be very, very healthy, not heavily used, just looking at the commutator on here. So I'm guessing, you know, this was probably something that, because I think the guy I bought it from was some sort of surplus seller, maybe. And we got a swivel caster, 2 stationary wheels, 2013 manufacture date. And there normally would be a tool rack, but the one on here was just, the main rack itself was broken off, and there was just little fragments of it on the 2 screws here, because you'd usually have like a little rack along the back that would store your smaller hand tools and also act as your cord wrap. So, kind of annoying that it doesn't have it, but what do you do? And I have noticed that this actually isn't quite as powerful as the backpacks, and I'm not sure why. I do know it leaks around the switch here, because I can feel the air moving around here. But beyond that, I'm kind of perplexed by it. And I can't remember what size of hose they normally use. They might use a 15-footer. All I have is about a 10. This originally was a 15-footer, but I cut 5 feet of it off to use on that Dyson DC-22 motorhead. So we'll do that. And just to... when I was testing that Crusader backpack, I had mentioned in the comments, or the description of my video rather, that attaching an extension cord to it would lower the power of it a little bit. So I'm going to demonstrate that with this machine by plugging it directly into the power strip and then attaching the cord to it. We'll see a slight decrease in its power, but that is how you would use one of these machines. Oh, and we got 2 different tools here. I'll explain those later. So, and we'll take the electrical measurements just attached directly to the machine itself. So here's our ambient voltage, loaded wattage, amperage, so the wattage is about right where it should be. Alright, first set of tests, we're just still connected directly to the power strip here. And I'll have to hold this in place because it's a little loose. Okay, so the extension cord in question is just a Husky one from Home Depot, 14 gauge, 50 feet, so I mean it should be well within the range, electrical range, you know, for this machine. It's the same one I use with my Crusader backpack. So just reset the airflow gauge here. Looks like that's gotten a slight drop too. Must be the swivel cups or something. I thought I would like their telescopic wands, but I kind of don't. You just kind of don't really get a great grip on their connectors, so I mean they end up kind of sliding in as you're using them. I've had both. This is the only one with this sort of lock on it I've had, but I've also used the one with like the twist lock. It's like I think I prefer the typical two-piece one. At least with those, you never have that issue. Definitely got leakage from here. Quite a bit of it, actually. Okay, so the two floor tools, this one is a little bit more similar to their standard carpet glide, or whatever they call it. I can't remember what they call it, but this is the type we have seen on like the older pro teams around work, but the newer ones tend to have this, and they call this the X-over, I'm assuming crossover. The crossover one is definitely a better performer. You know, it does have a narrower air channel to it, and it also has an inlet that's much closer to the ground. So I think that really helps, especially on like bare floor areas. The bristles, I thought there was a difference in the bristle stiffness, but they are about the same. So this being a Proteam branded tool, this is what I'm going to use for the airflow test. Okay, I don't know how well this is actually going to work, because this thing is definitely going to dive. Yep, broke the tape. Alright, reinforce that because it pulled the tape into the box, so let's give this another try. Definitely leakage around the cuff. I'm assuming around the connection right there, but yeah. That's the Proteam Runningvac. It's not quite as powerful as I would have thought it to be. Don't get me wrong, it still has a fantastic amount of power to it, but it's just not quite as powerful as the backpack. Like even at the inlet here. And I don't know why that is. As far as I know, the motor used in it is the same as the older Super Coaches, so maybe because there is a lot of sound insulation on this, so that could be part of it, or maybe it's just the like aerodynamics of the machine, you know. It's like having a big like lip on the front here. Who knows? I certainly don't, but still kind of a neat machine to have, just this gigantic bloated canister.